Hello and welcome to How Do You Drew?
This is a Drew Barrymore podcast brought to you by the fans, friends, and historians behind the Drewseum.
We're drawing on over 25 years of Drewbie expertise to dive into all aspects of Drew's world, from her personal life to her professional career.
Thanks to our sponsor and friends at Positive Medium. I'm Anne.
And I'm Ashley, and this week we will be discussing the year 1993 in Drew Barrymore's life and career.
Woohoo! This is a fun one.
Ooh, we love 93 Drew.
Yes, we do. And we've got some stuff at the top, guys. So let's get into this. So let's start with a little oopsie daisy, but some facts just came out to us, guys. This is a very weird oopsie daisy, I gotta say.
It's also a cosmic coincidence, I would say.
Yes, totally.
So the day before our last episode aired, which was about Drew's romantic relationship history, we had very briefly touched on Rodney Harvey, and we said we had reason to believe that he was involved with her romantically in 1989 based on what we'd uncovered doing Little Girl Lost. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the day before that episode comes out, Billy Bob Thornton goes on the Drew Barrymore show again. And his first appearance on Drew's show was one of our reasons for thinking Rodney and her were involved. So he once again told the story about first meeting Drew on the set of the TV show The Outsiders, mm-hmm. because she was there visiting Rodney on the set. Mm-hmm. And he was like, both times tiptoeing around it a little bit.
Right.
Like, is it okay if I say who you were visiting? Right. And he's like, well, you were dating him. And then he says, Rodney Harvey. And she's like, oh, and she had a big reaction like, oh, because he's passed away. And then she said, no, we were actually just friends. And Billy Bob's like surprised. And he's like, what? Like he's almost going to argue with her.
Yeah.
And he says something about like something that happened at a party. And then she just said, no, he was actually dating my friend. And he also said like, well, he definitely wanted to be with you. Right.
Right. So,
okay. This is almost like a correction for our Patreon because we pretty much identified Rodney as somebody in the book. Yeah. And now I'm thinking that could be incorrect.
Yeah.
And it does sort of track with one of the National Enquirer articles that Rodney was actually dating Ellie Keats, who was Drew's friend mm-hmm. and roommate at the time in 1989. So we don't know.
And I like how on the show, Drew's like, boys are so confusing. Like as she's like, I didn't know he liked me. Something like that. But I also feel like, okay, maybe it is true that he dated Ellie Keats, but maybe it's also true that they did. And she's just
That's true. Billy Bob seemed to have a very clear idea of something that had happened, which would make it seem like they weren't just friends. Yeah.
Like, well, he wanted to be with you, I gotta say.
He's like, I saw you making out. No, I'm just kidding.
I do find it so interesting that this has come up both times.
Yes.
Like both times he's been on. And you're right, in the same kind of like, ooh, should I say who it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a little oopsie daisy, but we're
put an asterisk by Rodney's name, and that's probably all we'll ever know because Drew apparently does not think they dated.
Right. So that changes literally the episode we just released.
God damn it, Drew. No, I'm just kidding.
How dare you? How dare you have facts in your brain about you that we don't have? What a weird like life that we live, that this is like we're like, oh my God, historian. Hot facts about 1989 and hot tips, the tea about 1989. Is it 89? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we can move on to things that Drew loved. She might have loved Rodney. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's hear what Drew's proclaimed her love for this past week.
I love love.
All right, Drew loves burgers.
Okay.
She loves when people are polled. She always wants to know what the people have to say,
Yeah.
She loves tartar sauce.
Okay.
Biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
The red, yellow, green flag game.
That they always play on her show.
Yeah, that is a fun one.
It is.
She loves chili oil.
Okay.
Douglas.
Oh, Douglas.
Her little doggy. She loves storytelling payoffs. I like that one.
Yeah.
She loves a state fair.
Okay.
Theme parks.
Okay.
An ottoman.
Okay.
apple juice,
Okay.
rosemary.
Okay.
Me too. I love rosemary. And then similar to chili oil, she also loves chili crisp.
All right. Should we go see what's in the mail?
You've got mail.
Yeah, we have some cool ones. We have a new review on Apple Podcasts. And before we get to that, we're going to mention this. So the film history podcast, Verbal Diorama, so good. I listened to her Donnie Darko episode. So it's this woman named M. She's from the UK, and she is so like, I want to just like mention this real quick. She's so like clean and snappy and like gives you this information, and she's like telling you everything, boom, boom, boom. And it's really easy to follow and it's fun to listen to. Because normally I like a 2-person podcast.
Like a banter.
Yeah. And she just like gives you the info in such a great way. And her voice is so lovely. So shout out to M for being great. And her Donnie Darko episode was so good.
Awesome.
But she does a recommendation in her newsletter for podcast of the week, and she chose us.
Aw, that's so cool.
So sweet.
Okay, so she said for her podcast of the week, she said, "This is where I recommend a podcast I've listened to this week and an episode you might enjoy. Speaking of legends, Drew Barrymore is one of the Hollywood's most beloved of all legends, and I'm a huge fan of, quote, my girl Drew, unquote. Slightly bigger fans of Drew are Anne and Ashley. So much so, they have a whole podcast dedicated to Drew Barrymore. How do you, Drew? That's us.
Yay, that's us.
They also have a kick-ass podcast episode on one of my personal favorites, Charlie's Angels 2000, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. She said Anne and Ashley also run the Drewseum, the internet's longest running Drew Barrymore fan site. They have over 25 years of Drewby expertise, and they've even met the delightful Miss Barrymore in person. That's some serious credentials for any podcast. I like that little line.
Yeah, me too.
And then this fun little end. She said, if you want something new and you too love Drew, this podcast and its crew is for you. It's true.
Like new jingle? Do we need like
if you want
so
something
sweet.
new and you too love Drew,
this
podcast and its crew is for you. That was terrible.
Thank you so much, Verbal Diorama. Go check them out. So good.
Thank you, Em. That was really sweet. We love a little shout out and a recognition of the work that was done. Like, that's really, thank you.
Okay. And then as I mentioned, we also have a new Apple Podcast review. Thank you so much. This is from Staceface McGee. Could be my friend Stacy from Blockbuster Wives, I have a feeling. The title is Best Drew Podcast There Is. And Staceface writes, these Drewbies really know their stuff and pour hours of research into every episode. Plus, they are also so hilarious and fun.
Oh, thank you, Staceface McGee. And we love an Apple Podcast review. So
yes, we do. We were way overdue. It's true.
This is your cue for a review.
Em, look what you've started.
You have turned us into rhyming monsters. There's a verbal diorama happening over here. Okay, so let's go back in time for this week in Drew history.
Okay, you know I love talking about these awards. In December 5th, 1987, in a sequence of years that Drew attended the Youth and Film Awards. And I just find these like endlessly fascinating. There's just something about 80s child stars that is just, it's crazy. And like the people that, like, they're all people we recognize and know even today. They still do these awards. Did you know that?
No, I was just going to say, like, I wonder if this is still a thing.
Yeah, they've rebranded, but I was looking at like the last one that had a list of all the like nominees, and I literally didn't know a single name.
Wow.
So it's not what it was, and that's probably good. Child stardom is not a positive thing.
I think there's just so much content that it's hard to have like stars as big as there were at a certain time, right?
For sure.
So, like this is the 80s pinnacle.
Yeah. So these were held at the Hollywood Palladium, and they were hosted by Chad Allen and Patrick Dempsey, which I thought was kind of fun because later on, Drew would be such good friends with his wife, Jillian.
Yeah, that is funny.
Drew was nominated for Best Young Female Superstar in Television for Babes in Toyland, because I guess technically that's considered television. But she lost to Alyssa Milano, and she was pictured with her peers there like Will Wheaton, Corey Haim, Amanda Peterson. There is a picture of her with Lala Sloatman and Donovan Leitch. And I found that interesting because they were both like from the Zappa House crew that we just kind of like found out in the last year that Drew spent a lot of time there in this year, 87. So I just thought that was very like validating to see.
You're like, oh, this is like evidence.
Totally.
Evidence of this. Yeah. And I feel like, this is 1987. It's such an awkward time for her. But she does look really cute. This like just very plain black dress, but like kind of adult.
Yeah, she's definitely trying to look a little like more grown up. She's got her little string of pearls.
Does she still have her braces? It's hard to tell. But yeah, it is so fun. And also that she was nominated for Babes in Toyland is so fun.
I know.
That movie.
That's comical, right?
Just, if you guys haven't seen it, Christmas is coming. Give yourself a little gift and watch Babes in Toyland.
And then come back and listen to our episode laughing about it. I think what she told when Keanu Reeves was on, I think she called it that masterpiece, Babes in Toyland.
Oh my God.
It's good stuff.
So I guess we can come back to the present for a minute before we go back in time again.
We're always jumping around.
Yes, let's talk about what's new with Drew.
Here we go with the news, everybody.
Okay, so we have a new MSC Cruise Line commercial coming because Drew was spotted filming one with Orlando Bloom, actually on the ship in the Bahamas. So maybe another Super Bowl ad, like the timing could work out for that. That would be a good guess.
I bet you're right.
We'll see what that's like. And then the only other thing is that Hollywood Squares has an official premiere date for season 2.
Woo!
And that will be on January 7th, 2026.
Exciting. Looking forward to that. We've really enjoyed this show. If you guys haven't heard us like love on it, like really exciting. I was kind of bummed to see that they used a promo photo from the previous season, but
same, me with like reusing photos.
Yes. And of course we're excited to see how cute her outfits are because every season they've had such fun with her fashion. So like,
her outfits and her hairstyles were always different. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
Have we had any like peaks of that? Like
very small.
Okay.
There's been like maybe a couple pictures. Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of new excitement.
Fun.
And I also really liked when they would do that little speed round where they'd have a fact about everybody, but I would like collect them all and we'd do it.
Yes.
I'm excited to do that again.
Yeah, me too. Me too. They always had some fun little like things that even if they didn't trip us up, it's like, that's a good one for something to trick somebody else about Drew.
A non-expert.
Like, wasn't one of them like, she hates yoga? Which great. All right. So I guess we're ready to go back in time again after these messages.
Hey Drewbies. We are here to tell you about our website hosts, Positive Medium, and they sponsor the podcast. We've been clients of theirs for over 10 years, and we use them for all our website needs on thedrewsium.com.
Their services include customized web design, professional coding, search engine optimization and marketing, plus hosting, which has been huge for us for many years.
Plus, their incredible customer service has been one of our favorite features. They've literally saved our site quite a few times, and they always help with minor troubleshooting in a matter of minutes. So whether that's coding issues or back-end questions, etc., we reach out, we get help immediately, which is just invaluable.
Lucky you. To our listeners, Positive Medium is offering 25% off any managed WordPress hosting plan using our promo code DREW. That's DREW. Visit our friends over at positivemedium.com. Thank you. All right, so shall we jump into our weekly topic of 1993?
Oh, this is a good one. Like I feel like we've definitely done 92, 94, 95, 96. Like we need to get 93 in here.
Sometimes that happens, guys. We're just like going with our heart on what topic we discuss.
Which is funny because like most of the time we do things so like perfectly chronologically, like we want everything organized just right, but like
not with our
the podcast, no, we're just like whatever we feel.
Imagine if we had like started from birth and we were just like going through chronological. No,
it wouldn't be nearly as fun.
Yeah. So if you haven't listened to the ones that bookend this, go ahead and check those out.
Yeah.
But let's jump in and set the scene for this year, because there are a couple. We like to kind of give like this is what she's going through. This is how she's going into the year, right?
Yeah.
So we're just off of Drew's like really big comeback year of 1992, where she starred in the movie Poison Ivy, which was released that year, and she had received a Golden Globe nomination for Gun Crazy. So like big stuff. She's coming back, and she'd been receiving like quite a bit of media attention because just a couple years ago, she released Little Girl Lost. So like she's still on her way up from that, and it's kind of crazy. It's only like 2-3 years.
I know. Still on her way up from that. Also, like, finally even getting parts. Like, for a while, it was like, get out of here, rehab girl. Like, we're not even going to consider you. So it's a big deal.
Like, you're trouble no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's getting like respected again, right?
Yeah.
Like, people are recognizing that she's not messing around.
It's the first renaissance.
Yes, exactly.
She'd also just suffered a really painful breakup from Jamie Walters.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we mentioned in our last episode, they'd been briefly engaged, and she had just wrapped up shooting the Amy Fisher story in Vancouver. And those things kind of coincided. Like he broke up with her right before she came back to LA from that. So she, as far as like that stuff goes, she was like in a lot of pain with that.
Yep. And we already mentioned it. Make sure you listen to episode 1992 to kind of lead up to this moment. Drew had also turned 18 at the beginning of 1993. So officially an adult, despite all the stuff that she'd gone through that would like make her like 20 years older than she actually is.
Yeah.
And for her 18th birthday, she said she had celebrated by playing mini golf with a small group of friends, which I love that because it feels like what she would do now. Not that it would be mini golf, but it would be like her friends, like surrounding herself in people who make her feel safe. I don't know.
Yeah. And this is also like, I think that's a great like symbol of just how she was really into simple living at this time, like doing simple things. She was not going out on the town anymore because even like post rehab, she's still like being seen at all these clubs in LA in 1990. Like she's still doing that lifestyle.
Right.
And now she's like scaling back and staying home.
I wonder if there's part of her that felt like she didn't need to like be at the events because she's like, I don't know. Do you think part of that going to events was her like making herself visible? Like, I'm here again, guys. I don't know. So maybe she's like feeling comfortable. Like I don't have to try so hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would make a lot of sense.
But also, there's that part of her that just wants to like, I don't know, settle down. Probably.
Yeah. And she'd been trying to do that with Jamie Walters, but didn't work out. So she moved out of the house that they shared because they were, it was too painful for her. And she moved in with her friend, Justine Baddeley, who is still her good friend to this day. She's done casting for a bunch of Flower Films projects. So they moved in together to an apartment and then later into a house that she bought with the money from Guess, which happens this year. We'll talk about in a minute. And we don't have the details on that yet, but we might be uncovering some interesting information about this house.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that.
Okay. So also kind of part of the little tidbits about this year, Drew drove a black Bronco with a Daisy sticker on the back of it. And there's a fun chapter about this car and like a moment with this car in Wildflower. Kind of shows her like spunk at that time. If you haven't read it, make sure you check that out. Or eventually we'll be going over Wildflower on Patreon.
Patreon.com/HowDoYouDrew.
So we'll be talking more about that Bronco one day.
I'm excited to do that.
And you kind of mentioned this like slowing down. So she was kind of talking about how she was spending most of her time at home with her friends. And she's like making art, cooking dinner, watching Melrose Place, like indoor kid.
Kind of like probably the first time in her life she was just sort of being like a normal, simple person,
Right.
Which probably felt really novel to her.
I just can't help but think it has to do partly with like maybe the hustle was a little bit less.
Yeah. I think that's a great observation.
Thanks.
Sure.
Should we get into her look a little bit?
Because this is a beautiful year. So Drew had short blonde hair this year, really short, not pixie short, but like just past her chin. And she kind of alternated between having it straightened and then having it really curly, like almost into the woo-woo bouncy that we would see the following year.
Right.
Her style kind of ranged between baggy menswear and then also like these glam sort of dresses with pearls, depending on what sort of event she was going to.
Yeah.
She actually didn't go to very many events this year, which is why we're doing this. Sometimes we do our year in reviews like in January she did this, in February she did this. But these years where she's kind of hidden away, we have to do a little differently.
A little differently, so it's not like she did nothing for these months. And I love the juxtaposition of this like menswear glam. Like it also, I feel like she's always kind of done that. She always likes to be.
She still does that.
Yeah, you know, it's like she has these like extremes that she's sort of willing to be part of her public image. Like, she's a chameleon, right?
Well, always,
Right. So I love it. I love the pictures you have in our notes, just like seeing the side by side of like total glam, like literally with the pearls, which I feel like is, I don't know.
So pretty.
I love it. So many good, like fun looks too, just candid wise.
Yeah. And I mean, we'll get into it, but like this is the year she filmed Bad Girls, which to me ranks as one of her most beautiful she's ever looked. So like she was just stunning this year. Yeah. And then that's the last thing about what she looked like. She had 5 tattoos at this time. This was the final year without her butterfly on her belly, because we know she got that sometime, we're going to say in early 1994, because she doesn't have it in the guest photos, but she does have it by the time Bad Girls comes out in 94.
Right. And it's significant because that feels like something that's so, probably because there was so much like bearing her skin like in the coming years that we
Barrymore.
Barrymore that we really like, the butterfly was so part of her look after that. So
absolutely.
And also 5 tattoos at the time, and what's the count now?
Oh man, what are we up to? 14?
I think it is 14, because I think she said 14 too early and then she got her 14th.
Typical Drew.
In her mind, she already had it, maybe. Anyway, let's get back to 1993. So relationships. We touched on this a little bit. Our last episode was all about it, but let's just touch on it. So we mentioned that she was like fresh off this breakup from Jamie Walters, which when we did our rep episode about relationships, like this may have been like the first like real heartbreak that Drew had.
Yeah.
And she stayed single throughout this whole year, at least like what we understand in the public eye.
Until Billy Bob Thornton comes on and she tells something else different that messes us up. No, just kidding.
Just a friend. So then we also know that Drew initially met Eric Erlandson in late 1993, but their relationship didn't begin until summer of the following year. So we kind of know that there was at least some kind of
the mac and cheese vomit had occurred, and that laid the groundwork.
Perfect. If you don't know what we're talking about, make sure you listen to the relationships episode. I'm sure we've mentioned this many times. Hopefully a lot of you are.
So many episodes we have about them meeting.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into her career.
Okay, so it's funny because this feels like a quiet year until you really start digging into it.
Yeah.
So Drew filmed 2 things in 1993. The first is Wayne's World 2. So she just has a very small cameo, and we'll do an episode about all her cameos pretty soon. So maybe we'll get more into this, but they filmed sometime in summer of 93. I have to imagine she only needed to be there for like a day, right?
Right.
She's literally in a 5-minute scene. Not even 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
It's so short. I don't know. You could pull up the YouTube clip of the whole thing. Yeah. I think it is like 3 minutes. Right.
And we recently dug into this. I don't remember why you asked if we.
I don't remember. I feel like I told my partner that she was in Wayne's World 2, and he's like, "Why?" And what I said to him was, "Well, she's a big star." And then I was like, "Well, at that time, like her star was kind of anyway." So what did you find out?
Knowing me, research girl, once an idea's in my head, I can't let it go. I was like, I wonder if the DVD has any information, right? So I throw the DVD on with the commentary, and the commentary was just kind of like, oh, there's Drew Barrymore. She's so beautiful. Yay. And I was like, oh, that's not helpful. Yeah. Then I threw on like one of the featurettes on the DVD, and Lorne Michaels comes on, and he says that he really wanted Drew in the film because he was a big fan, and he didn't think that they could get her, which is
so interesting.
Because that's wild. But then he credits Mike Myers and his then wife Robin with quote unquote solving that. So I guess they asked her to be in it. I mean, as if she would say no to that. I can't even imagine a world at which 93 Drew would say no to being in Wayne's World 2.
Right. Like it feels like she'd be like, oh my God, hell yes. I also love to imagine that she got a charming call from like Mike Myers. Like
Yeah.
she would call other people to try to get them to like
Oh my
get
God,
her
yes.
films.
She's like,
like,
one day I'm gonna do this.
That's a great idea, Mike Myers and Robin. But yeah, I love that we have that just that little bit of info that like it was Lauren that was pulling for it. Like that's so cool.
So cool.
Yeah, so cool. And then she also, you mentioned this, but she filmed Bad Girls this year. Just to give a little bit of info about this, it originally started to film in early July of this year, 1993, with Tamara Davis directing, and a totally different script than what ended up kind of coming out of this movie. After 3 weeks of filming, a new director was brought in, Jonathan Kaplan, to start from scratch and rewrite the whole script. Crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. And the actresses were sent to what they called cowboy camp before filming resumed in late August. And then they finished filming in November. I'm so curious. I would love to see anything that was filmed before they changed it.
Oh, yeah.
How cool would that be?
I know. It's kind of, I'm sure it had such a different vibe from everything that we know. Like,
yeah,
whenever we want to actually, like, it's not one of my favorite movies. Whenever we want to sit down and actually do an episode, there's so much like dirt behind the scenes of that one. Like, even just to get this timeline locked in, I was like searching newspaper archives and like figuring out like when did things happen. And because Drew will sometimes make it sound like she filmed that movie for 7 months, which it might have felt like that at the time. But this is pretty like, I feel good about these dates.
This like kind of definitive sort of start and end. Yeah. Okay. I love that you mentioned like this year's busier because let's talk about all the things that were released.
If I was just going off the top of my head, I would say 2 movies, maybe 3 came out in 93, but it's actually a lot more than that, you guys.
It's kind of weird.
Again, thank God for newspapers.com and Lindsay Blake for letting me have access to her account.
Thank you, Lindsay. Also, I'm just going to say before we even get in, 3 things came out in January. Like, what?
Crazy. Okay. So the very first one is, of course, the Amy Fisher story.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I know that came out that year.
Right.
So it aired on ABC on January 3rd. And there were dueling Amy Fisher movies at this time. There were 3 of them all together. And Drew's ended up being the highest rated. So, and it was also like some people said it was the best one. Like it was definitely like the winner of this little race that these networks were having.
So wild to imagine.
Yeah. Also the like turnaround time for that. Like I feel like they filmed it and it came out like a month later or something.
And when did this thing, like the actual thing happen with Amy Fisher? It was like the year before, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was on May 19th of 92.
Okay, so literally within less than 6 months.
Yeah.
They would have been filming this. Whoa, like probably like 3-4 months after that happened.
Crazy.
Oh my God, just so weird to think about.
If you guys want to hear us talk about this one more, we have a really fun episode with our friends from Movies That Made Us Gay. It was from the end of 2023. Shit.
Okay, it was, well, you're exactly right, because it came out December 5th of 2023. Okay. It's our episode 63, if you want to check that out. Yeah, so almost 2 years ago we did that episode. Like,
that's crazy.
What? That's so wild.
But it's a very fun one. And Pete from Movies That Made Us Gay like really remembers this time period with the Amy Fisher stuff. So he was like a really fun resource for all of that.
Totally. And of course we get into a lot of the nitty gritty. So if you want to hear more about that. Also released in 1993 was Motorama.
Motorama, Gus.
Basically a cameo, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Okay, so it was extremely limited release, January 13th of 1993 in theaters. Like, we didn't even know it was in theaters, right?
Definitely thought it was a straight to video.
Right. And it had been filmed in late 1990, early 91. So it took quite a bit of time to come out.
Always a bad sign.
Right. I don't even really remember anything about the film.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing once, but she's beautiful in it. She's a fantasy girl. She's standing on the beach calling out to the main character in his dream.
You haven't won yet.
And that's pretty much it. So this is kind of an interesting one. So as we mentioned, Gun Crazy had come out the year before on Showtime, but they ended up doing a limited theatrical release starting in LA on January 20th, 93, and later then expanded to 9 other theaters throughout the country. And I don't know, like, were they going for like some sort of like to be eligible for Oscars? I don't know like what the thought was there.
Probably.
But that's very unusual for that to happen. And so it feels notable. Like, even though it had come out the year before, I feel like we should include it in this list of things released in 93.
I feel like it has to do something with the fact that it was getting awards chatter. Like, I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't think of what it is. But it was getting like, there was excitement around it and her performance. So I'm not surprised that like whoever's decision it was, the studio was like, put it out there.
Yeah.
But I bet you're right. Okay, we also have No Place to Hide, which was released on April 16th of 1993 in theaters. Again, like what?
Can't believe it. I thought that was a straight to video for sure.
Right. And this one also had been filmed almost 3 years before in summer of 1990 under the name Tipperary.
It's weird. Like, I almost wonder, were they trying to capitalize on Drew's like newfound success by suddenly
releasing everything?
Like, they're holding on to this movie for 3 years, and then all of a sudden, oh, Drew Barrymore is like suddenly like a name that people might be interested in. Let's go ahead and put this out.
Maybe they had a hard time releasing them.
Yeah, that too. But I also like, I feel bad for her that like these weird little things she did when she was just trying to like get some work are then coming out.
Right.
Doesn't really feel fair.
No, it doesn't. But maybe that's one of the reasons why the Renaissance was so much of a Renaissance is like that's suddenly true. All this stuff that like had been like in waiting,
backlogged.
Suddenly it was just like flooding the media. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, because it continues. Then we have Doppelganger. That was a direct-to-video. It was released on May 26th of 93 and had been filmed only the year prior. And we have a really fun episode about that one too, if you guys want to hear it, because as Drew famously said, you'd rather stick pins in your eyes than watch that movie.
But if you want to hear us talk about, check out episode 90. We also have this documentary that I think we only found out about like last year or something. I feel like it was really recently. She does a small voice narration in a documentary called Roots of Roe, and it aired on TV on November 29th of 1993. So it's another small thing, but notable because yet another thing that came out in 1993.
And then Wayne's World 2, like talk about a quick turnaround, came out on December 10th. So they'd only been filming it over the summer, and then it comes out in December. Crazy. This is like, just what a world. Right. And of course, Drew's small cameo as Björgen Kjörgen made quite a big impression. And it kind of like furthered along this sex symbol status that she was having at this time, very intentionally on her part.
Right.
I feel like there's a lot. I always see comments like, this was like a sexual awakening for people, her little part in that scene.
I mean, she's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Like, the way they dressed her up for this like very quick cameo.
The like crocheted top. So perfectly early 90s in the best way possible. She's so good.
She's stunning. We've already talked about how beautiful she is. We can't stop.
Hey Drewbies. We are here to tell you about our website hosts, Positive Medium, and they sponsor the podcast. We've been clients of theirs for over 10 years, and we use them for all our website needs on thedrewsium.com.
Their services include customized web design, professional coding, search engine optimization and marketing, plus hosting, which has been huge for us for many years.
Plus, their incredible customer service has been one of our favorite features. They've literally saved our site quite a few times, and they always help with minor troubleshooting in a matter of minutes. So whether that's coding issues or back-end questions, etc., we reach out, we get help immediately, which is just invaluable.
Lucky you. To our listeners, Positive Medium is offering 25% off any managed WordPress hosting plan using our promo code DREW. That's DREW. Visit our friends over at positivemedium.com. Thank you. Okay, so now let's get into some of the TV and event appearances. I'm sure many of them around promoting all this various stuff, right?
Maybe not promoting Motorama, but
some of the things that we mentioned. So in January, so here we are at the beginning of the year, kind of going through chronologically these events. So January 20th, she appeared on the Arsenio Hall show, where she discussed Amy Fisher, her difficulties of fame, her breakup with Jamie, and the movie Gun Crazy. I don't know if I've even seen this appearance.
This was a very new find, like within the last few months that this like surfaced. And we will link to it on the episode page. It's really cute. Again, she's doing the like baggy menswear kind of look for this. And
love it.
It's just so good. Oh, God, Drew, why are you so cute? This one little picture in our notes. I'm like,
it's so really cute. Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't recognize this.
Yeah, go watch it. Just a few days after that, she attended the Golden Globe Awards. So she had been nominated for Best Performance by an Actress in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television. Is that a long enough title for you?
That's too much.
For the movie Gun Crazy. And that was a big deal for her. Like, she's not awards show girl. Like, you know, her one award was the Youth and Film Awards from 82.
Before this,
and being recognized for this. Not even just being recognized for this movie, which she was so passionate about, but also like during this comeback time. Mm-hmm. Like she's blacklisted a couple of years before, and now she's got a Golden Globe nomination.
Right.
So we have a quick little clip of her on Arsenio just discussing that nomination.
I'm so honored and grateful. I mean, I'm put in the category with Katharine Hepburn, Jessica Lange, Kira Sedgwick, and Laura Dern. It's all five of us in the little thing. And I mean, to be put with those women is the biggest honor in itself. I don't really care if I win. It'd be nice, but it's just so flattering, and it makes me feel so good and proud.
Oh,
I know.
And also the fact that she was nominated alongside Jessica Lange.
Isn't that weird?
Who she ended up beating out when they were nominated for Great Gardens.
Yeah, kind of strange, huh?
It's just wild to think of, like, she probably would have never imagined she would be like working alongside that person when she said this person's name.
I know. Oh, that's true. She did end up losing to Laura Dern, but still so cool and so she's there and she's, you know, very glam that night. I saw like some newspaper thing that gave her like the best hair of the night. So they called it like a Sharon Stone do.
Totally.
She does have like very nice blonde, kind of slicked back, flippy hair and pearl choker and just a simple black dress. And then we also know that she presented an award because we have a random screen grab from something, but can't find any details of what award that was or who she's presenting with. I don't recognize the guy in this horrible quality picture.
Yeah, I don't feel like I do either, but he looks sort of like the guy who plays Richard on Sex and the City.
Oh, he's in Boys on the Side.
Doesn't it look like him?
Yeah, maybe. We should put this picture in the gallery, and if anybody recognizes who this might be, let us know.
There we go.
I tried to look into it, and after a while, I was like, this is really a waste of my time.
There were so many of the awards on YouTube, and like that one was not there. Like, so annoying.
I went through every single one of them.
Right. On February 1st, Drew attended the CFDA Fashion Awards, which stands for Council of Fashion Designers of America. She attended with the photographer Matthew Rolston, looking super glam again. I love her look here with the like bright red lips.
Me too.
She looks beautiful.
It's like a perfect red. It's also fun that fun, air quotes, fun. Her and Matthew are like holding cigarettes and cigarette packs in like all the pictures.
Right.
Always got to have the cigarettes on the red carpet.
In this picture. Yeah.
Always. It was an accessory that she had at all times.
For quite a while. Yeah.
Then on May 19th, she attended the premiere of the movie Sliver, starring the aforementioned Sharon Stone. Mm-hmm. And once again, Matthew Ralston came with her to that. She worked with him so many times in the early 90s. And so it's not like a surprise that they were friends and hanging out.
Right.
He's probably part of her early gay guy crew.
Probably.
And Drew wore a pretty iconic look to this one. She had the round blue lens sunglasses and a Mickey Mouse backpack. And I just feel like people always remember this one.
Yep. I know. And she's also got one of the probably hemp chokers like on her neck. Like,
yeah, little Daisy hemp.
yeah, speaking of clippings, I feel like we have like tons and tons of clippings of this look.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
So
this is
cute.
like one of the only, maybe the only movie premiere she attended this year, I think.
Whoa, wild.
Yeah, which is funny because she had so many released.
Yeah.
But she is asked on the red carpet about what she thinks about Sharon Stone breaking ground for other actresses.
Yeah, I think she's definitely opening up new doors for people to like. I mean, I think she's really outspoken, and I really respect that about her. And I think the more power to her, you know? So I'm excited.
I mean, she knows Sharon Stone from Irreconcilable Differences. I think that was Sharon's like debut.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. And Sharon was
Weird.
at the Poison Ivy premiere, I feel like, in support of Drew.
yeah.
So yeah, really cute.
That is really sweet. Okay, so now we get on to September 13th. Drew was on literally the first episode of Late Night with Conan O'Brien, which is always so cool. Like,
I know. I love
love
that little
it.
nugget.
I
I feel
love
like she
it.
never mentions that. Like she should
Yeah.
really like brag about
proud
that.
of it. Yeah. And once again, Lorne Michaels seems to have been responsible for this. So that's really cool to know too. Like, how did we find that out?
I feel like she might say it in the appearance.
Oh,
or
okay.
she said it at some other point. At some point, I remember that fact, and you're just going to have to trust my memory on that.
It makes sense, right? I mean,
yeah.
So she flew in from the Bad Girls set specifically to appear on the show. She discusses Amy Fisher and the Guest campaign on the episode. I just have to say really quickly about her look. She's got like this red sort of like Chinese appropriation dress, but it also feels like from like the 90s into like the 2000s, like those just
this was very normal,
right? Silky Chinese dresses.
Yeah,
she looks beautiful, and we've got her like basically bouncy woo woo bouncy hair going on here. I love it,
gorgeous,
and it's so. I mean, if any of you know like Conan O'Brien's show, I feel like it's like the awkwardness of what that was intentionally, but like times 20, because it's just like it's like literally the first episode. But I love it. Like Conan's great on the first episode of his show.
It's true. It's super funny.
He had been writing for Saturday Night Live forever.
Yeah,
so like,
I think But if you guys haven't for some reason seen this, there's two versions on YouTube. If you want, we could link to both of those. Like there's the official one that his company or his brand put out, but then there's a longer one from our friends at Drew Barrymore Daisy that has a little bit extra of Drew. So
cool.
Check it out.
Thanks very much for coming on my first show.
Thank you for having me. It was a real honor.
Thank you.
All right. What else?
Okay, so then we get to December 8th, the Billboard Music Awards. So Drew was basically like kind of urged into doing this by her publicist or whoever, because she is really like, I just want to stay home at this point in her life. But she agreed to go. And so she presents the award for the #1 rock artist. And she does it alongside Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. So obviously this is also kind of like a Wayne's World 2 promo.
Yeah.
But their section was pre-taped. And so it's actually, and it's like they make a comedy out of the fact that it's pre-taped because they're like asking Drew questions and then there's like awkward pauses and then they're like pretending to respond. It's pretty cute. We'll definitely link to that. And then she presents the award to Aerosmith. So let's hear that.
Absolutely live from London's Hard Rock Cafe, here is Billboard's #1 rock artist of the year, Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
And it's also like she trips over her words when she first starts introducing it. And she's like, of course. Like you could just hear her brain like, why can't you ever be cool?
I love it. That's why we love you, Drew. We need you to be you at all times, and you are you at all times.
The funny thing about this one, and I guess we didn't talk about her look, but she has like a silky white long dress on, and this is where her like 94 curls are starting to really show up. But so the next day, rumors came out about her dating Billy Idol, supposedly, and about her having her, quote, down there pierced. So then she was just like, I'm swearing off going to events. And the quote that she gave to Movie Line was, I'm like, that's it. Fuck it. No more favors. No more nothing. I am never going out again. And as we reported in our Year in Review 94, she literally didn't go to any public events that whole year. So she meant it.
Yeah, she meant it. All right. So some more fun from this year, of course, every year, the photo shoots. We die. We die.
1990s photo shoots.
Right. And we're talking about things that were released in 1993. She did a lot more photo shoots that year that maybe didn't come out till the next year. But yeah, you can listen to episode 104 talking about more of the ones that probably were shot this year. But this is how we do this.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's that thing of like, I kind of want to mention that she has her first photo shoot with Mark Seliger this year, but like it didn't come out until 94. So we're just talking about the releases of 93.
Right. Right. Okay. So let's first just talk about GQ, which was released in March. It was not a cover feature. It was an inside feature only, photographed by Jeffrey Thurner. And I mean, I like this. I like some of this.
Yeah, same.
But not a huge fan of her hair.
No, just very 92 hair. I'm certain it was done in 92 because if it's a March issue, it came out in February, which means like there's no way they did it fast enough back then.
Right. Right. So I feel like my favorite of the shoot, probably the stuff on the beach.
Same. Those are the ones I love. But the ones in the black bra on the sidewalk smoking a cigarette are the ones that like get shared all the time.
Yeah. What's the word? Like they are
oversaturated.
I mean, yeah, the market has been oversaturated with those pictures. I mean, yeah, she's in a bra and looks sexy and she's got a cigarette in her mouth. So of course, like, yeah, that's going to attract some people, right?
It's very on brand for the bad girl Drew.
Right.
Then for the New York Times, for their March 7th issue, they did a little article about her, and the photographs were done by Majgan B. Azimi. Sorry if I butchered that. These are really cool, where she has like a really cute daisy choker necklace, and she just kind of looks like a badass in these.
Yeah.
But beautiful.
Yeah. And I feel like I was going to say, I feel like she like dressed herself for them. Something about them feels like casual.
I totally agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do love them.
And again, if you guys are like, I want to see, we always have an episode page with the links and the gallery. So photos that we're talking about, you can check them all out on the howdoyoudrew.com website.
We cannot do it justice without the visual. The visual, you got to see it. More beauty here from 17 magazine, a cover feature. The first cover feature of this year, released in May. She was photographed by the aforementioned Matthew Rolston at a place called Cafe Tristo, that's how you say that, I think in San Francisco. These pictures are so cool. She has a very Marilyn Monroe-esque feel to her, like the way they did her hair.
Totally.
I love that she's got like multiple different outfits and like almost like feels like she's playing different characters in the different pictures. Almost all, actually looks like all the ones that are inside the magazine are either black and white or sepia tone, which is also like interesting for 17 magazine. Like,
yeah, I know. These feel very high fashion for 17, right?
I was just thinking like, where would I maybe expect these to be? Like, I don't know, not 17.
Not 17. Yeah, something a little more adult.
Right. And the cover's great too. I mean,
they're beautiful.
You got to see these if you haven't seen them.
I also feel like this was sort of like giving her an opportunity to be presented as something opposite, as not the bad girl in the black bra and the cigarettes, right?
Because she looks
more
like
classy.
She looks, classy and like adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're great.
Yeah.
But then we go back to a little bit more fun bad girl looks for details from the June issue. We covered this in our episode 38, and it's one of our most popular episodes. It's a really good article, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it's definitely worth taking a listen to. But she is on the cover for this one with the word sex written across her upside down, laying on the floor legs.
Right.
So, that's a little bit more in line with this time period. But I love these photos. There's only a couple of them. They're all black and white. But again, badass and beautiful. Sorry, and the photographer is Albert Watson.
These are really cool, particularly like the leopard print one. I feel like the one where she's wearing the leopard print jacket and she's at like a cafe counter. Just crazy stunning. And then, of course, she just looks so cool smoking. So this one of her wearing like skull and crossbones.
It's also funny. There's one of her driving, and then in a couple more shoots, there's another photo of her driving. I always remember that being like, that's so interesting.
That is funny. I don't think I've ever really thought about that, but it is really funny.
It's like that Bronco energy or something.
She's bringing the Bronco energy.
She does look ready to drive through a gate in the one of them details.
Maybe they just took the photo when that was happening. Because I feel like I thought, well, we'll get to the dirt one in a minute, but like I feel like I always thought she looks like she's driving like a bus in the dirt one.
Interesting.
The way
It's
her
'cause of
hands
Fish
are.
Islands? Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is. Anyway, before we get to dirt though, let's talk about Vogue, which was released in June. Not a cover, but so many amazing pictures.
Yeah, and I have to imagine this was such a big deal for her.
Oh my God.
Like, I mean, I've like come across in my research just the fact that like she couldn't even like to get her on the cover of Vogue was like a really big deal, and that didn't happen until 2005. So
Right.
like this is major.
Yeah, major. It was the first time she worked with the incredible photographer Ellen von Unworth. We've got a whole episode talking about their collaborations, episode 28. They've done some incredible work together, some of our favorite all time, so many. And just in this shoot alone, I mean, I'm just looking at this little sample. Are there 8? Are these all full pages? I feel like they are.
I think the only one that isn't is the very first one. It's like half a page.
God.
Yeah.
They are just so incredible. Like, how do we even summarize? Like, they're just so stunning.
We'll have to do a whole episode on this one, maybe. But they were done at Coney Island. We should mention that. I didn't put that in the notes, but
Oh, yes. It's a mixture of like things that are black and white and some color. They're just so cool. And every single one has this like really unique, I feel like once again, there's like tons of different like costume changes.
yeah.
It's just like iconic. I don't feel like we can even do it any justice by trying to describe them. I
Probably
will
not.
say, I feel like the one of her in the chair where she's nude, was there like a postcard
Yeah.
that was like at a bunch of stores and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. They're just so great, guys. You have to look at them. Plus, we love Ellen von Unworth, and this is just like the perfect introduction.
And she always reposts whenever I tag her in a story, she always reposts it, which is really cool.
That is really cool.
All right.
Cool.
So our next one, as Anne mentioned, is Dirt. And I don't even know what this magazine was, but it was like a boys magazine, I think.
Right.
It's undated, which has always driven me crazy, but it came out in 93 and the photos were done by Spike Jones, which is really cool. And
Super
Drew
cool.
basically is like half the cover. Like she shares it with John Singleton. So it's from the nose up, it's Drew, and from the nose down, it's him, which is kind of fun.
I want the rest of her face.
I know. And she does a like I think it's called like Ask a Girl or something. So there's all these like letters written in and she responds to all these boys like with a female perspective. It's pretty silly. We should reread that.
I don't even remember. Yeah, and you're totally right. I just did a quick Google and it was an American lifestyle magazine targeting young men.
Yep, there you go.
It's a really cool, unique, like the photos are unique, the cover's unique. I feel like it took me a while to like collect this one. Like it was kind of a weirder one, but you know, we've got some copies in the Museum, of course. It's a special one.
Of course.
All right, and we of course have to mention, I feel like one of the like the biggest things this year that so many people remember about 93 is the Guess campaign. And you can listen to episode 6 when we talk all about it. I can't believe it was episode 6.
I know, that's crazy.
What? These photographs were by Wayne Mazer. We've got 2 different photo shoots that are kind of used throughout the campaign. One that was done at Salton Sea in California and another in Miami, Florida. And they have very distinct kind of looks to them. If you're familiar with them, you might know. They were first debuted in magazines in June. And how long did those kind of like, they were in magazines for like a while.
I want to say all the way up to like early 94.
And there's so many, you guys.
Yeah.
This is such a, I mean, if you listen to episode 6 of our podcast, I'm sure we'll talk about like,
good luck with the audio. Who knows what that sounds like?
Oh God, maybe don't listen to it. But this was huge. I mean, huge for her. I mean, I feel like literally icon status, like, you know, she's so good.
She's a guest girl. She's like such a guest girl. And she was like amazed to have been selected for it. Like she thought like, I'm this little tiny, like I'm short and I'm like, you know, she didn't feel like she was guest girl material, which is crazy because these ads are incredible, and she's so beautiful in them. Oh my God.
We can't get
But
enough.
yeah, we do really go into detail, even though it's an like early episode and it might not sound great. I know I did a ton of research of like and had some cool factoids. So it's worth listening to, even if it doesn't sound amazing.
Yes. And if you're listening to this and you like cannot visualize Drew Barrymore's guest ads, please go to our website, go to the Museum, and look at the pictures and soak them in. Like,
yeah, literally just go to thedruseum.com/guest if you want to see all of the things in our collection related to this campaign, because there's an unbelievable amount of photos.
They are, yeah, I know I've said it 100 times, but they are rad. They are beautiful. I feel like it's even hard to like choose a favorite from this grouping anyway.
Yeah.
So we've reached the end of 93 that we thought was going to be kind of a little year. Ended up being like quite a bit of like important stuff. I mean,
yeah. And it really, I think it's, I mean, obviously it literally is, but it's this interesting middle point of like, okay, she's like getting her career back up. She's getting a lot of attention. She hasn't quite made the leap to like major things happening quite yet. I mean, Bad Girls was like her first studio film in a long time. So that's a pretty big thing. Like we didn't even touch on that. So she's really building it back up, but she's still like not A-list, you know?
Well, that's kind of why when I said she's in Wayne's World too, because she was a big star, I was like,
yeah,
sort of. Like,
yeah, she's very well known. She was very famous, but she didn't necessarily have like pull in Hollywood, you know? She was still working on that.
Right. And had, like you said, not having done a studio film, she had been filming all these little things that were going to take their time getting released. And then it wasn't until she had like, you know, the big names behind her that they were just like released.
Yeah. It's also, you know, we didn't put anything about this in here, but it's also worth noting that the next year she officially founds Flower Films.
Oh,
so
that's huge.
Like, yeah, major. Like her career is really going up, and things are really happening, and it's just it's really cool that she was only 18. Like, what?
It's making me really feel like we got to cover Flower Films at some point soon.
That's like calling to me right now. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us down this little trip down memory lane. Drew Barrymore of the 90s. Eventually we'll get the last couple years that we didn't do in the 90s, and we'll have like a fun little set you could listen to all from start to end. It'd be cool. We would appreciate ratings and reviews. Big thanks to Staceface McGee for going over to Apple Podcasts and writing up a little 5-star review for us. So easy and so appreciated.
Yes,
and you can follow us on Instagram at How Do You Drew Pod and also at Drewseum. And don't forget, if you're listening on Spotify, you can leave comments on episodes, and we do pay attention to those and we do respond. So we want to interact with you guys.
Totally. You're online all the time anyway. So go to your browser, type howdoyoudrew.com, check out the episode gallery for this episode and every episode. There's much love that goes into them. Speaking of things that love goes into, there's also the entire rest of the website, the Drewseum, our museum.
Yay.
So check it out, peruse, you know, walk around virtually. And make sure you sign up for our Patreon. I know we've mentioned it a couple times, and things will start to pick up over there soon, I promise.
Patreon.com/howdoyoudrew.
And speaking of interacting with you, don't forget to send listener mail to howdoyoudrewpod@gmail.com or any of those socials. We're here. We're listening. We're interested in what you have to say.
We are. We love feedback, especially positive feedback now.
You know, other people who love Drew, you're our people, other Drewbies.
Yeah, that's right, Drewbies.
Yes. And thank you for joining us, and we will see you all next Drew's Day.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This episode of the How Do You Drew podcast was researched and produced by Ashley and Ann from thedrewseum.com with help from our sponsor, Positive Medium.
Special thanks to Matt Costa for our lovely theme song, Roxy Prima for our adorable logo, and last but not least, Drew Barrymore and all the Drewbies who love her. We do this for you.
Thank you.